Let's hear with and without touching anything. Hello everyone, welcome back to Mixbus TV. David here. Hope you're having a great day. In this video, I'm so happy to finally be able to unveil and present to you Sonible Smart EQ2, a state-of-the-art modern linear phase EQ with a built-in AI smart filter band in it. This technology is completely new, never seen before, and I'm so very happy and proud that the guys at Sonible picked Mixbus TV as one of the platforms where to present this small revolution in mixing and post-production. This EQ plugin with the AI Smart Filter Band can analyze quickly and easily any track, any audio signal, whether it's a full mix, a vocals, a kick drum, a bass, a guitar, anything, and automatically find and adjust the material for perfect tonal balance. Now, with the word perfect tonal balance, they mean what is the most pleasant to our ears by psychoacoustic standards, because that is not always what every track needs in the mix. You can obviously adjust the filter to your taste, to what the song needs, to what the track needs, and you can save profiles, you can store profiles, you can recall profiles, and you can analyze different sections and create different profiles, which means different smart filter bands for the same track in the same song. For example, a vocal, you want to create a profile and a filter for the chorus and a profile and a filter for the verse. So to quickly and easily have a very well balanced vocal psychoacoustically throughout the whole song. Same goes for bass, piano, guitars, strings, synths, anything. You will see the plugin comes loaded with profiles for each instrument already, and you can create your own. This technology is really something different, so much so that all the information about these EQ was embargoed until the day of release. So I've been knowing about these EQ for weeks and I couldn't say anything. This is how innovative Smart EQ2 by Sonible is. First of all, let me tell you what are the key benefits of the AI Smart Filter. For me, one of the most important is detecting harsh resonances with unprecedented precision. Since you can store your own profiles and your own curves, this EQ works pretty much like your mixing assistant for repetitive tasks. For example, you saved a curve for your kicks, for your snare, for your vocals, and every time you can load your profile and apply it to any track, and we will find the perfect tonal balance psychoacoustically. And if we take the smart filter out of the equation, it's a state-of-the-art EQ with modern feature, MS processing, and all kinds of filters. Let's take a look at the controls. So we have a resizable GUI, which is something I like already. At the top, we will find the Smart EQ controls. Here we can load profiles, the factory profiles, standard pitch, kick drum, snare drum, low tom, saxophone, trombone, all kinds of instrument already preloaded. These are profiles that you can apply to your tracks, or you can create your own. You can see I already created a custom profile called Chaos India Mix, which I'm gonna apply to a different mix, to another mix. But let's see how the smart filter works. I'm just gonna use a vocal for this example in standard profile, and here we have a record button. By pressing this and pressing play, the EQ will start analyzing the material.
Breathe, breathe the world and find a way. Breathe, searching reason.
Okay, so the vocal is analyzed, and like I said, this is a starting point. This is the perfect psychoacoustic tonal balance the EQ is giving us. Now we can adjust to our taste, of course, from here. It boosted the low end and made the vocals a little fuller. Let's hear with and without.
But keep the faith and carry on and leave your worries in a room. So close your eyes, just listen to your heart.
And from here we can use, for example, the filters to boost, a little bit of the high end.
But keep the faith and carry on and leave your worries in a room. So close your eyes, just listen to your heart.
Without.
But keep the faith and carry on and leave your worries in a room. So close your eyes, just listen to your heart.
Okay, and we can limit the bandwidth of our smart filter, and of course we can adjust the intensity of it. We have a bypass button down here, and we have all our bands, all the controls, and we can expand these, change frequency, cut or boost, and the Q. And of course we have mid-side functionality as well. We can solo the band.
But keep the faith and carry on and leave your worries in a room. So close your eyes.
Now let's say I like this profile as a general female vocal starting point. I'm just gonna save it, call it female vocal, and you can see it asks you when you save, do you want to select your new saved profile? This will reset your filter parameters. So I don't need to do that because I'm still working on this vocal. I press cancel and everything stays the same. This button here will bypass only the smart filter, so this way it just works as a regular EQ, and with this we engage the smart filter again. With this X button we cancel the profile that is in use right now, and with this flat button we flatten the EQ. And what I wanted to show you is on this store panel here you can analyze and store different profiles for the same track. For example, verse and chorus. Let's do this for this vocal. Let's record the verse.
But keep the faith and carry on and leave your worries in a room. So close your eyes, just listen to your heart.
And we store this on number 1. Then we go to the chorus and we re-record another profile.
Breathe the world and find a way.
And we store it in number 2. So by automating our DAW, we can switch from profile 1 and profile 2 throughout the song. So this is just an example, but we would go with profile 1 for the verse.
But keep the faith and carry on and leave your worries in a room. So close your eyes, just listen to your heart. Breathe the world and find a way.
And have a more balanced starting point for our mix for both sections. And this goes for any other instrument, a bass, a guitar, synth, a piano, any complex material can benefit from this smart filter here. I haven't used it so far, but this EQ of course has an analyzer that can be pre, post, or both.
But keep the faith and carry on and leave you.
We have the average.
But keep the faith and carry on and leave your work.
And here we have the scale, 24, 12, or 6 dB. So the processing applied right now is quite a bit, as you can see. It's just for this example. And again, we can limit our smart filter to only one section. See, you can see it changes. That can be applied, that can be useful for bass if there's a range specifically that is not working well, that is unbalanced. Let's try that on bass. We have a bass track. I'm gonna load just to try the bass guitar profile and learn my bass. Let's see how it sounds with and without. And you can hear how subtle this is. It just rebalanced the track automatically, and we can adjust the strength. We can actually go negative if we need. So by going negative, we can actually bring out the character of the instrument in this case. You can see how easy it is to rebalance an instrument tonally wise with this EQ, just using the smart filter and not digging into each individual band. When using this, please remember that the green dot, the green curve, is a weighting curve. It's not an EQ curve. This means that a positive weight may cause negative gain in certain frequency regions. So when interpreting the result of the analysis and using and adjusting the green band, the smart filter, remember that it's not a bell, it's not an EQ curve, it's a weighted curve. But let's try this on a couple of mixes, because aside from the quick rebalance of any track and the repetitive task, I think this EQ is perfect for mastering, being an intelligent linear phase EQ that can detect imbalances and resonances. So let's try this on a couple of mixes. Let's make the EQ learn the song. Let's hear with and without touching anything. So remember, what the Smart EQ gives us is a visual picture and a tonal rebalance of the song, which is not necessarily our taste. But from here, we have a lot of information to quickly shift the energy in our mix. And just to show you another function, I'm just going to load the custom profile that I had previously made from my other mix. So just to give you a reference, this is the mix that I took the profile from. So let's say I like the tonal balance of this mix and I wanted to apply to the other one. So I made Smart EQ to learn the mix that I liked. I saved the profile, I called it KOC in the mix, and I'm now applying it to the Audio Dynamite mix. Just an example again. So let's hear with and without first. And again, these are both my mixes, so I like them how they are, but just to showcase what this EQ can do. The last thing is the back panel, if you will. In here you have a smoothing band, the analyzer setting, the behavior. You can solo on touch, use constant Q bell and other function for mid-side. You can use warm filter colors, enable 18 states. But here you have the profile manager where you can import, save, export, delete profiles. And if you have unsaved profiles, they will show up here in this column and you can drag them directly here in the profile manager and make it into your library profiles. So this is Sonible Smart EQ2, state-of-the-art linear phase equalizer with an AI smart filter band for psychoacoustically rebalance any track in just a few seconds. And this can be applied to dialogues for movies, advertisement, voiceovers, not just music, but for music it's just amazing. All the links to Sonible Smart EQ2 are in the info box down below. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and see you next time.